many different two-digit numbers can you form using the digits 5, 3, 1, 6, and 4 without repetition? For example, 55, 33, 11, 66, and 44 are not allowed. So we're going to start just with a basic visualization of how we can build our two-digit number combinations. So we'll start with the first digit, 5. And again, we don't have to start with 5. We can start with 1 or 6 or 4 or 3. But I'm just going to go in order that the numbers are listed. So choosing 5, 55 is not an option, but of course 53 is an option, 51 is an option, 56 is an option, and 54 is an option. So now we'll move to the next digit, which is our 3. So of course 35 is an option, 33 is not an option, but 31 is an option, 36 is an option, and 34 is an option. Our next number, which is 1, we can create 15, 13. We cannot create 11, but we can create 16 and 14. And then our next number, which is 6. 65 is an option, 63, 61, and of course 66 is excluded, but we can use 64. And then our last number, which is 4, we can use 45, 43, 41, and 46, and of course 44 is not an option. So we have a total of after labeling each different two-digit number, $20 different two-digit numbers that can be created using the digits 5, 3, 1, 6, and 4. Now let's look at an easier way or an easier process in order to get the same answer for the same question item. So we're still looking at how many different two-digit numbers can you form from using the digits 5, 3, 1, 6, and 4. So the fundamental counting principle states that if we want to perform a series of tasks, and the first task can be done in A ways, the second task can be done in B ways, and third task can be done in C ways, and so on, then all the tasks can be done on A times B times C, and so on ways. So that brings us to the questions of, well, how do we know how many choices we have? And then how do we know how to create the table in order to use the fundamental principle? Well, here's what we're going to do. We're asked to find different two-digit numbers. So that means out of our choices that we're looking for, we're only looking for two-digit numbers. We have 5 total choices of numbers within this question item. We have 5, 3, 1, 6, and 4. So the number of ways to choose the first digit. What that means is, out of all the 5 numbers, we're not given a specification on what number needs to come first, but there are 5 choices that we can use in order to write the first digit of our two-digit number. So there are 5 ways to choose the first digit. 5 ways to choose the first digit. Next, the number of ways to choose a second digit. Now, this goes back to the specification that is without repetition. So if we've already chosen a digit as our first digit, then we have to exclude that choice for the second digit. So that means that after excluding one of the choices out of the 5 numbers that we have to choose from, we end up bringing our choices down to 4. So for the second digit, there are only 4 choices or 4 ways that we can choose a second digit. So using the fundamental counting principle, we have 5 ways times 4 ways to choose a 2-digit number. And of course, 5 times 4 is 20.